Good morning, dear masters and friends. Happy morning, good afternoon, and very good evening on this side of the world. We'll start with a small video and then we'll have Chandra sir take over today. Thank you.
Chandra and me come from a corporate background. Seeing the stresses, seeing the confusion, seeing the issues that we generally have in the corporate world, meditation came in as a silver bullet to most of us. So definitely to me, I used to be a very excessive thinker, and that is where the solutions provided by meditation, the state that meditation gets us in, really helped. And that was really the path to my progress, my advancement within my corporate career at Cognizant. And then subsequently, the last 2 years, I've taken a break, I've taken a sabbatical and been doing full-time service with Pyramid Valley International, been a managing trustee there, while Chandra has been doing this Buddha CEO and helping spread meditation to a lot more people around the globe. And the wonderful part is there is no better person. To me, next to Brahmarshi Patriji, I see Chandra as the most ardent proponent of breath mindfulness meditation. And for both of us, one common thing is, as he mentioned, scientific temperament. To me, if someone tells me, okay, sit in meditation, watch your breath and all magic happens, I'm not the guy who used to take that, digest that. Right? So I used to read a lot of books, I used to experiment, and that was one common thing that attracted us to Brahmarshi Patriji. It was not just based on the foundation of philosophy. It was also based on what happens scientifically to our bodies, our minds, a lot of neuroscience techniques. And then that is what Chandra has packaged it and then covers this in this 40-day session.
Happy morning, dear friends and masters. Great afternoon, evening. I always learn from every master, every person. When I came in contact with this path, what we're practicing, and when I came in contact with Patriji, and I reflected through Dr. G.K. and who introduced me meditation. Patriji he's always giving books and saying, you read this, you read that, you read this. If a teacher can have many students, a student can have many teachers. If their knowledge is unlimited, infinite, it's got to be learned through many people. If the paths are infinite, so there's no one path, and so there's got to be many ways that we get there. And so with all of this understanding, as Patriji was always giving books to read from every master. I really like this approach. You go to a person, he's not saying, this is the way, I got my book, read this. Not saying that at all. Read everything, learn from everybody. Your understanding, as you evolve, your understanding will tell you what is right, not right. And so take things that are important, that they feel they're right, and then don't take things that are not right. Everybody is evolving, including the people who are writing books or the masters who have their writing their lifetime experience. And everybody gets stuck at some point. You Forever, the book is there by Lobsang Rampa. He said, I read this book. This is the book of my enlightenment. But it had a chapter on eating meat. He removed it. He said, this is not for us. There are amazing books by Osho, but there's one which is talking about 101 types of meditation. He said, no, there's only one meditation, that is breath mindfulness meditation. Everything else may be there, but then his intention is that hold on to the best one, that is most efficient, but the real one, that holds that you are traveling through the breath, and breath is the intelligent connecting force in the universe. And so hold on to the breath because it is there, and if it's not there, then you're not there. There's something with it, so hold on to it. And then breath meditation, breath-based meditation, and everything that's natural. Natural is easy, and easy is right. And so it was very clear to him that of all the things, this is it. Not in his mind any doubt, because Gautama Buddha's the practice has been there world over, been spreading and spreading. The energy is there. So it's very clearly said, not all of that. Read everything of Osho. No 100 meditation, just only Ana-Pana-Sati. So take what resonates with you, all the good stuff that resonates with you, then leave out other things. But then read, but then know from everybody. He was never hesitant to suggesting books. We talk about this book called Ikigai. When I found that book, I like this book. But one part I don't like. It talks about eating fish, no. But there are other things that sounds greatly. We take those points. Based on the belief system of the author or the spiritual master who is not still yet to cross over. Some may be there, but however, by doing so, then we cannot learn from anybody if it's not, we will take them and we recognize what serves us, we take, what doesn't serve, we leave. But we learn from everybody. I really loved this path. And one of the reasons why I always walk the path with Patriji is because of this openness to learning. A true teacher must lead us towards exploration. A true leader towards exploration. In Patriji's mind, it is absolutely fine. I mean, you might explore and then somewhere you probably get confused because you read and then that master said this. But your intentions will take you to the right place. But at least you'll figure out, you'll explore, you'll figure it out. By having various notions of it, you'll figure out what's right. It'll make you think, oh, 3 people are saying, don't eat meat. Oh, this person is saying it is okay. What is this? It'll make us think. Whenever somebody is disturbing our personality, whenever something is questioning our personality, then we get disturbed about it. So we try to ignore it. But then you go somewhere, it comes a personality. All relationships are there for learning from each other. But otherwise, they are very, very temporary. You are here on your own journey. Now you hear this. You hear this. You are here on your own journey. And all relationships are there for you to learn to grow but they are temporary. Then it disturbs significantly, it is really disturbs us, it's temporary. My whole world, I thought, is like, this, my child, and the whole world is like, my parents are my whole world. What are you saying temporary? Their life is my life. My spouse, without her or him, I just can't live. But this is what you hear, this is what you read, that everything out there is temporary. You come here with nothing, you go with nothing. So then where is all of this coming? That without this, without that person, that I cannot live. It disturbs what we constantly been believed, the belief, the environment, which is a religion, culture, the society. Many of those have sowed enough seeds into us to say that this is your life. So when they disturb, then weak-minded go away, but then a little bit strong-minded asking themselves, why is it so? Why am I getting bothered about this statement? And your journey starts there, your quest starts there. And I'm sure you will find answers for it. And then so you make appropriate choice that time. One such book, dear friends, very relevant for emotional intelligence, is The 4 Agreements by Don McGuire Ruiz. Toltec wisdom, it's called, from South America. Don McGuire Ruiz is talking about simple, one of the simple common sense capsules of wisdom, which will change the way we see our relationship with people. And this book is there, Sonal Madam, as a book club. This time, 4 Agreements.
No, we're doing illusions.
Right.
No, yes. It is there, sir.
It is there, starting in this week. 4th, 5th.
Coming Monday. This Monday it is starting.
Coming Monday it's starting. We are doing 2 books in the same track, Sonal Madam.
Okay.
So the 4 Agreements, since the book club is coming, so just and then leave it. And a short book, and then it's one of the most powerful books that I have read. Like a small book by Jonathan Livingston Seagull by Richard Bach must be read. Sort of tells you, makes one think about how much power we have and how much we are stuck in a belief that people tell us to limit ourselves. But if you cross that over, then how much power we have to do anything. Jonathan Livingston Seagull by Richard Bach. Like that, this 4 Agreements is great about how beautifully you can easily improve a relationship. Be impeccable with your words. Agreement 1. Don't take anything personally. 2. Don't make assumptions. 3. And always do your best. I've said enough about being impeccable with words. Right speech. We covered that yesterday in detail in the morning. Before meditation. Our speech, since it's always, in the context of relationships, it's always impacting other people. It's causing people to create limiting beliefs. It's like the other talks about it as, some virus, it's spreading. If we talk about gossip, it keeps spreading without even realizing. Negativity about people and situations, and all of that. So be impeccable. We got that triple filter. You make your attempt to always be mindful of what you're speaking. because you are causing people to form opinions, form beliefs, form limitations on themselves by speaking what we're saying, because of the way we say it, because the authority we have. Now, the second one, don't take anything personally. Anything agreement, the agreement is that you are agreeing to that, and so that you are reacting from then on a certain way, are living the life differently. If somebody tells you in a sales review, you always miss the target, that's the word that suddenly a manager uses, then you take that. First of all, that word itself is wrong, so don't be impeccable with the word. But then here, don't take anything personally. Now, they've said it. Just because they said it, would you become it? It needs to be, you have to feel here. You always miss the target. How much true is it? You need to be feeling right to your conscience, not to what somebody is saying. But we take things personally. Now, the context may be there. Many things are there for the person in that sales review when it's being happening, maybe out of a lot of frustration. Many things are there, but when they say it, we take it as a reflection on our capability forever. We take it too personal. That technology or that product that you're trying to sell is so away from your interest, potentially. You haven't figured out your interest yet, but you are still making an attempt. So you've not gotten into the groove of selling. Doesn't mean that you don't have the skill. You always miss targets because you've been very successful before. You got to recollect your past, maybe in a different product line, different thing that you've sold, different way. But here, then one worry that you always miss targets. You forget all your past, glorified past. You forget everything, and you start reflecting on, okay, this is me. If a client has decided to not give it to you, but they reflected, the manager would simply say it. Okay, first of all, that word is wrong because the client decided not to take it for various reasons. It doesn't meet the requirement. But it comes out as you miss the target because you report and say this client is not taking it, and then here that transfers back to the manager because too centered around the targets. And so they're saying you miss the targets. He might have a reason or she may have a reason. And so we take it personally. Don't take anything personally. Step back and then reflect upon it. It's what a tiny event, the whole story. It is a tiny event in a grand cosmos. So why even, in many ways we can look at it and say, give it its worth, but not more. We take personally, it keeps growing in our mind. And then, of course, then in return counter, we have our judgments about people. If somebody said something to us, we take it so personally that goes about leading to most of gossip and this and that. Third thing, and then, of course, personally means we are forming a belief from then on. If you're a junior person, you take it, you form a belief, oh, I cannot meet targets. It's a different thing. If you had experience, then you still take personally. If you didn't have experience, you take it as your limiting belief then. Happens between parents and children, happens between teachers and children, students, happens between senior people and junior people, junior colleagues at workplaces, happens between very successful people in the public and then normal people who are listening and always inspiring through them. Third thing is don't make assumptions. You're having a conversation, nice conversation. Suppose at a dinner table. And then your spouse asked, hey, who made this curry today? And then by then, suppose, he gets a phone call and he goes away from there. He didn't complete it. Who made the curry today? We go on making assumptions. Oh, it's not good, is it? How come he always asks when it's not good? He only asks one simple question, or she asks one simple question, who made the curry today? And then it went off. He may be wanting to legitimately want to appreciate, but then go on, oh, not good. He doesn't know how to appreciate it. It's always, whenever it's not there pointing. Is it not good? But no salt? Why do you think he asks it? It goes on making assumptions. Everything is an assumption. Building up so much in our minds. Ask at a workplace, if you hear a comment about you, don't make assumptions. Somebody says, hey, you know what? The manager said about this to you. Okay. Then don't go on making assumptions in your world, because this brain is so creative. Conscious brain can just go about, because it does not know good and bad. It only knows how to create things. Good and bad is our intellect, our buddhis. Our buddhi, our intellect, is the one which is reasoning and then trying to say something is good and bad. And so it goes on creating. The right thing would be to, instead of making assumptions, to go sit down, walk up to the man and say, hey, look, this is what I'm hearing. Is it true? Not true. Matter over. And then do your best all the time. If somebody said something to you, first of all, we don't take personally. We don't make assumptions, so we move towards finding the true meaning from the person or from where we heard about it, rather than trying to make assumptions to form opinion, judgments about people and situations because of it, and then internalizing it for us, develop more of negative inner talk. So do that. And the last thing, dear friends, is do your best. After all of this, do your best, be right. In any given situation, do speak to the best possible way, but then recognize and come back and say, yes, sometimes words slip, sometimes things happen. It is okay. Recognize that you have done to the best possible way. You're mindful enough that you delivered your best. And beyond that, you can't do much. It is okay. Sometimes it happens. We have to answer, we are answerable to ourselves. Did I do my best in any given situation? Always ask ourselves. We can manage, we can manipulate situations outside, but here it's going to tell. So tune into this and ask yourself, have I done my best in any given situation? 3 days later, deadline is there. Did I do my best? Or did I just pass on my time? And then I'm now asking and going and asking for my time, extra time. The answer is there. Patriji used to take, his day used to be morning 6 o'clock till night 11, 12, 1. So what motivates you to be there? So much work, hard work you do, and all the time. It went on for years and years, 30, 45 years. Same story, same schedule. Barring here and there some days a little bit. He said, this is my life, my purpose. And so then I love to be traveling and then be with people and then talk about meditation. It doesn't matter whether it's a single person or so many. And I recognize that you always do your best, because I don't want to think about it 5 years later, 10 years later, ever feel that I should have done that. If you're using the word, I should have done that, it comes to you, that means somewhere you had the capability, but you didn't do it. And so you start regretting. So I don't ever want to, when I look back, I always want to be there, that my life is full, that I've done my best to the best of my ability. Beyond that, it's fine. My dream is there, but then I want to do my best. And beyond that, what happens, it's fine. That's not in my hand anyway. Let's go into a meditation, dear friends. Once again, this book, that book club, I'm sure is going to cover in a few sessions. And take time to either read or do attend these book clubs and internalize them. We internalize them. Have an active conversation with the family. These 4 agreements. impeccability of speech. Nothing is personal. And so we don't become that by hearing. Don't make assumptions. Assumptions are beliefs. They're coming from belief system. And then the last thing is that we always do our best. We're practicing breath mindfulness meditation, dear friends. Our goal is to empty the mind. And when you meditate, by the way, all of them is what is required for these 4 things we practice is awareness. If you have awareness, it's easy. Otherwise, it'd just be one more thing. So if this meditation builds us enough awareness that what we're learning, and absolutely they're going to come at the right time for us to implement. Learning, doing, being concept. I talked about this on Monday. Brings this wisdom at the right time when we have awareness. To speak differently, to give a different response to ourselves, to others. That's why we're doing this breath mindfulness meditation. So the process is simple. We are sitting down comfortably with your eyes closed, observing our breath anywhere on the nose, and then we slowly empty the minds, and we want to be in that state of emptiness or that experience that energy for as long as we can. In case you have thoughts distracting you, bring your attention back to the breath and observe the breath. Called breath mindfulness meditation. We do a small process called heart elevation to go into the deeper states of meditation before we start breath mindfulness meditation. Just follow my guidance for that, dear friends. Relax yourself. Sit comfortably with your eyes closed. Allow yourself merge into your breath and allow yourself to experience that emptiness blackness inside of you, all around you. All emptiness is energy. The field of unlimited, the field of unknown. The longer you stay connected to this field of possibilities, the more courageous you become, the more abundant you become. aware of that emptiness, that field of light, that void. The more you stay connected to this emptiness and energy, the more insightful you become, the more possibilities you draw into your life. Friends, let's express gratitude to all things and everybody. Gratitude to your parents, teachers, and mentors for expanding our knowledge and wisdom. Your gratitude to everybody in your life for helping us experience so many things. And be grateful to this grand nature, the bird, the fish, and the animals, our planets, our stars, for helping us, for filling our lives with beauty, energy, your gratitude to everything we use, to all things. Gratitude to yourself and to this intelligent quantum field for helping to care for us, to care for others. Gratitude is the highest state of receivership. Okay, dear friends. Hope you enjoy the session. We have sharing today, interaction with facilitators. We're completing 4 weeks. You all must have definitely seen. Some are seeing some initial changes, some probably have done significant progress. So please do share even your interactions today in the breakout rooms. Once again, we'll go into the breakout rooms. Before that, yes, any announcements? We have Anisha Madam? Or someone?
No, I think it's going to be by Anusha ma'am today.
Yes.
Namaste, dear friends and masters. Good morning, great afternoon, and wonderful evening. Thank you, Chandra sir, for wonderful meditation with beautiful affirmations. Friends, on behalf of Buddha Seva Quantum Foundation, I take this opportunity to thank all the donors who have contributed between 24th August to 31st August. I am announcing the names of the donors contributed 5,000 and more: Arvind Sampath and Deepak Sanghai. Our immense gratitude to all the donors who have contributed to other amounts too. Friends, we all know a small action multiplied by number of people is equal to a big change. So we at Buddha Seva Quantum Foundation are committed to bring this change across the globe by spreading breath mindfulness meditation and scientific wisdom. So I request you all to join hands for spreading this across the globe. And for making your valuable contributions, please log on to www.buddhasevo.org/donate. All the contributions made in INR are exempted from income tax under Income Tax Act. And those who want to contribute from outside India, we have form over there. Please fill that and submit. Thank you all.
Thank you, Anisha Madam. And our heartfelt thanks to everybody who is supporting us in all ways. So thank you. So let's go into the breakout rooms, dear friends, and then continue our sharing. It's a great opportunity to listen to other meditators as they are transforming.
Yes, sir. Initiate. Since you'll be receiving a small pop-up request, kindly accept and move to the breakout rooms. And those of you who are joining from the YouTube, please note that the YouTube live streaming will be stopped now. We request you to join the Zoom session directly in order to participate in the breakout rooms. I repeat once again, the Zoom live streaming will be stopped now. So people who are joining from the YouTube, kindly join us directly in the Zoom session to participate in the breakout rooms. Thank you.